starting on Instagram, starting on Facebook.
Starting on YouTube. There you go, San Martin. Good morning.
Record button is on. Good morning, everybody. It's me, San Martin, joined with Eric Knight of the Prescott Times. We are going crazy live today. We have two other guests right now, but before we do that, Eric, tell everybody what day it is.
It is National Nut Day.
Good. National Nut Day.
It's a National Nut Day. Okay, I've got a confession though. If you've ever been to Costco, they've got the pistachios they're like hot pistachios. They are addictive and they are evil. I'm just going to say that. So if you next time you're at Costco and you see those things sitting on the shelf in an orange bag, get them and you will be obsessed.
All right. Well, I'm game to try anything. But some of the have is that I don't like hot stuff, but is this like the addicting hot stuff where
you're killing me. No Spanish, no hot stuff. Come on, San Martin.
Don't blame me for any of this. I just decided to go a route where I like sweet things, not hot things. So anyways, as you guys see, there is actual guest here. We are joined together, and I hate to get past this moment. I would love to talk about what day it is, but we have something very important. We got two candidates getting ready to join in to the Chino Valley the Hall of Wonderfulness of the City Council. Now, we already had Eric and Regina on before as separate guests, but we ended up bringing them here together online together. So this is a pretty big scene right here. And one of the things that we want to do is catch up with you guys. So good morning, guys. Thank you for joining me on the last minute stitch. I know I created it last night. We were supposed to do it on Monday, but we had President Trump coming to town. And it looks like you guys both joined that. Did you go, Eric, or did you stay out of this one? Did you go to the Trump rally?
Yeah, I did.
Okay, cool. Yeah, because I knew that both of you, I think I saw that you guys both went. But anyways, we were supposed to do it on Monday, and obviously we got sidetracked. Go figure. The President of the United States. You know, I'm so sorry that he was more important than you guys, but that's what ended up happening. So anyways, with that being said, guys, let's go ahead and go back just a little bit. When we had both of you guys on the Prescott Times, we asked, more things about who you guys are and what kind of makes you famous for what you guys do in the Valley area. And now that you guys have been on the political campaign trail, I've seen a lot of pictures of you guys and also people that are actually vouching for you guys. Can you tell me, Regina, what has changed since the first conversation that we've had till today? And, what direction and what have you seen that needs to be changed in Chino Valley, Arizona?
Well, the directions that I have changed in is more of being able to talk to a lot more of the constituents around here. It's been very informative. A lot of people that I haven't spoken to prior, giving me a lot of insights and a lot of history of the town as to where the council has been and where they want to see the town going. Other than that, I'm still for a lot of things that I began my campaign trail per se on, making sure that we're staying rural and making sure that we can build an infrastructure and things like that. There's so many interesting, lovely people here, and you can't make everybody happy, but you can certainly try to do what's right for the town.
Now, Eric, we'll go ahead and direct the question to you. We talked before. We talked about where you were at in Chino Valley prior to being actually elected a candidate. Now tell us, has anything changed? Your direction, your thoughts process of the last conversation that we've had?
No, well, you know me, San Martin. Born and raised here in Prescott. I want to see this town stay rural. I'm integrity. I want to hold up integrity here. Being fiscally responsible for the town. We want to see smart growth, and we just there's a lot of people that come up to you and give you their ideas and their perspectives and things that they want to change, but ultimately, I don't change. I'll take inputs in, but the way I want to see our town run is we want to see it rural. We don't want some crazy growth out here. And, we have our biggest issue right now is water and our infrastructure. So I'm going to work hard. My family's here and we plan to stay here and we ain't going nowhere.
Now, Eric, with all the stuff that you guys have, as far as like the things that you do, Regina, you own the Compass Training Center out there in Chino Valley, and Eric, you own a few businesses, if I'm not mistaken, out in Chino Valley. Will you guys have time to go ahead and take care of the community that you live in, and take care of your businesses at that same time, and not feel like constraint of these deals? I mean, being in an office, you obviously are giving up a lot of time. Now, how does that make you guys feel? Regina, I'll start with you.
For me, it's quite easy. I am a volunteer here at Compass, and I've always volunteered for my community. So being able to step away and make sure that my community is taken care of, I don't have any problems. And this is where I live. This is my home, and I'm not planning on stepping away from the community, as I've never done it before.
Eric?
So my first business I started when I was 19 years old, and working. I know what it takes. Working 23 hours a day sometimes, no sleep. I got some really good people on my team now. My companies run very well without me. I ultimately oversee everything, but now I'm in a position where I can afford to give my time to the town, and that's something I feel like I need to do, and it's something I feel the town can really use me for. And I do have this position to be in, and I'm very blessed to have this position, to be in this position. But I know what it takes. If I need to stay up again 23 hours a day, I'll stay up 23 hours a day. I got the energy, I got the time, and I'm going to make it happen.
Now, obviously, you guys are going to be very, very new to the scene of all scenes. I mean, have you guys been in the political realm as of this year? I mean, where was your guys' stance in the beginning, and now that you guys are getting into the political stage, how do you guys feel about that? I mean, yeah, just go, Regina. How do you feel about that?
Well, since I moved here, when I first moved here, I started getting very involved, not really on the political side, but due to all the veterans issues that I was dealing with, I got to know a lot of folks in the political realm, trying to ensure that veterans were taken care of. Met Paul Gosar a long time ago with the VA. When he was trying to do that, a lot of local folks, we got together, being with all the Northern Arizona VA healthcare system, in trying to get all the town politicians and everybody to ensure our veterans were taken care of. So in that aspect, I've seen it. I've been there. Then I got into the political realm, I guess you would say, when we started going to the Board of Supervisors meetings in order to get the Second Amendment sanctuary done for Yavapai County. So I've seen it. I've been around it. But for myself, actually being in a political situation of being on town council, it's new. It's new, but it's not a fight that I've never had before. I've always fought.
Eric, this is your turn.
Yeah, so I've been blessed to have my own business, and I want to see the town grow, and in a right way. And I've never been political. I've always studied the minutes. I've studied the general plan of the town, and when doing so and looking at everything and just getting the input of the new people here, the old people here, it's just time that I feel I needed to do something. So running for town council, obviously any position, political position, it's been new for me. We've been involved in a lot of community fundraisers, a lot of involvement in the community, but never held a title with any county or city or state position. But it's new, it's exciting, and I'm looking forward to it.
Now, guys, this is something that is very, very important to me because, being born and raised in Prescott, we obviously have people that come from out of town, out of state. They come with their political backgrounds and they want to go ahead and change things or make it better. Now, the biggest thing that me and Eric have actually really honestly discussed is about water. And you said it earlier, Eric, Regina, I don't know what you know about the water scenario that's happening in our area, but there is a nonprofit organization that are saying that there is going to be an issue with water, and not knowing exactly where our water table is, where our water like rights are and stuff like that. How will you guys make a safe decision for the residents now that will help us and ensure that our future will be well off for our future generations? Eric, you could go first.
So the biggest thing is to get with our, LD1, which is Judy Burgess and Mr. Q Man, Kwang Wen, and they, they're fighting for us. They're helping us with our water, but we've done a lot of research on the water issues. We've seen water issues. I live on a well. My son lives on a well. All my family, we're all on a well. It's disturbing to know that our wells could get metered, or where they can run dry. We're not in a big city where they just supply us water. I've been on a well all my life. So it's something that is it is scary if we run out of water. Um, I think those are the biggest issues that we need. With all the construction that's happening, and just letting all these houses come in and taking our water, sending it out to Prescott. There's big issues, and that's something that we need to discuss as a town council. Obviously, I can't do it on my own. There's a team of council members. We all need to put our heads together and get with the water districts and find out what's really happening and going on, and make a change.
Regina?
There are a lot of things that Eric and I agree upon, and getting with all the water districts, and making sure that we are protecting our water. Building and building and building, more construction. Houses in residential areas do take up a lot. Huge businesses do take up a lot of water. I've had I was fortunate to go to our northeastern side, visit a few of the national parks that are at one point they were, it's a historical location. It was run on water, but because of different things that are happening and all the water tables going down now, they're about ready to close because of that. I learned a lot about what's going on throughout our whole entire state with water. There's a big issue here, and we need to start looking at how to reserve our water around here.
Well, one of the things is that when you have an opportunity to go ahead and make change in your city, I guess the thought is that your wants and desires to go ahead and be in this position for the people in your community. Are you guys going to be I guess what would you say, a person that actually looks out for the best interests of the people rather than your own well-beings? Is this something that is even a question, or is this something that actually has to go ahead and be put forward? Eric, I'll let you answer.
So, being in Chino all my life, it's like, my father's done a lot of houses here, and we've done a lot of work in the town. It's something I can walk down the road here and hold my head up high and say our family has done wonderful things for the community and for the town. And it's more like just having, listening to people, talking to people, and being involved in the council, making the right proper decisions. Sometimes it's not the way I want it to go, but it might be the right way. So it's not all about what I want. It's about being involved. And there's sometimes in my business where I just say, no, we got to do it this way. We got to do it this way. And I get involved with my team members and they give me, they say, okay, we got to do it this way. And so, it kind of opens my eyes. And that's, I think, being involved with another, with the rest of the city, town council, I can give my input and, and work as a team together. So that's something I'm looking forward to, but no, I'm not going to do everything I want. That's not how it runs. I'm going to look forward to talking to the constituents and with the rest of the town council.
Regina?
Well, as being a veteran, I've given my time and being able to uh, given my time as a veteran, given my time to fight for veterans, being fighting for our community and our country. That's something that I've always done. So without a doubt, it's not always what I want. I also will question the things that are coming up. If I don't think that it's good for the town, I'm going to question the reasons why the town is trying, or somebody's trying to put forth something. I'm going to question, and it may not be right for the town. I'm not going to vote yes, but if it's going to be right, then yes, I'll fight for our people here, as I've always done.
Now, with that being said, obviously we want to keep you guys from your busy days, but my question now is the integrity of just being human, no politics involved, no nothing like that. The integrity of being a human being and acknowledging some of the stuff that we have going on in our world today, such as COVID and also the discrimination of race. These things are very, very kind of weird because we kind of don't see what's happening in the cities, but we start getting a trickle effect over here in our area. My question for you guys, how do you see the community in whole, like in whole, as far as, do we want to do community effort things or do we want to and bring separation of whatever parties there is? What is your guys' thoughts about how you want your community to live within the community? Eric, you could go first.
Like I mentioned earlier, I was born and raised in Prescott. Um, it's it's a very welcoming town. Everybody knows everybody. Well, they used to. I'm talking about San Martin. So not anymore. Things have changed a lot. But when we were kids, everybody knew everybody from the Tri-City area, and it was amazing. We get a lot of new people here, and I just think I need time face to face to talk to them and get to know them. And a lot of people like my style, like the way I work, and for me, it's bringing everything back to the community. It's helping the community out. It doesn't matter what race you are, what color, how much money you make. Nothing matters. Just bringing the community together, bringing families together, and that's what builds a community: is strong families, strong businesses, strong families, a good infrastructure, and we'll have a good community. Strong parenting is huge for us. I got 3 kids. My son's in college. My daughter's, she's an entrepreneur. My youngest is 10 years old, and it takes a strong family, and it takes to build a community, and that's what I want to see. And we help out with the Christmas fundraisers. We do about 4 or 5 events a year. And we help out anybody from foster children to the Adopt a Pet Foundation. So whether I win or lose, me and my family will keep helping out the community.
Regina?
Absolutely. I grew up in suburbs. It was a community of different races, colors, creeds, everything. And then again, when I enlisted, I never looked at people of any color. It never even fazed me, and it still doesn't. And I don't. I think racism is disgusting. I have gotten in issues with customers for a company I worked with because there was a lady who was racist, and I refused to actually talk to her anymore. And we actually lost her as a customer because of her issues. I love having a strong community. When I moved here, I know my neighbors. I know all of my neighbors, and I love all of my neighbors. These people here in in Chino, they'll give the shirt off their backs in order to help you. And that's one thing that I've always done. And that's one thing that I I can't believe that this whole Quad Cities does for each other, no matter what. Um, so I hope people stay together and not fight and discriminate against anybody. Like I said, it's disgusting.
Okay, one more last question, and then I know I said that last time, but one more last question. If and when you guys get put into office, what would be your main goal? Regina, go ahead.
My main goal would to get more of a tourism here. So get that RV park, get get more community things for our community to do. Uh, in the winter, people don't want to stay in Williams, but they want to go to the Grand Canyon. They can stay at, for instance, with the RV park, they could stay in Prescott at the fairgrounds. But if we get hotels out here, we get more tourists here, we could build this community and they come in and then they go away. So I'd like to try to work with with everybody in order to get that happening.
Eric?
I'd like to revise, be part of revising the general plan. I think it's outdated. It needs to be updated. Our town's moving too fast for its own good. We need to figure out in general a infrastructure plan. Our water's a big deal right now. We need to figure that out. And there's, other issues. Bringing in some small businesses would help out, but at what cost? At the cost of the small business or the cost of the town? So that's issues that we need to resolve. And I think just getting the general plan in place is probably the first thing on the list of things that need to be done.
Excellent. With that being said, I know that you guys have a lot of opportunity to go ahead and help, change or even guide what has already been out there. Obviously, there's some things that you guys are very curious on and very adamant about. And the growth is something that is very huge for our location. And moderation is what everybody keeps on saying. Moderation, moderation, future plans, future plans. But one of the things is that we're seeing a very big, huge influx of new people moving to the area. And, Prescott is already kind of like already built out and is starting to grow out further towards the airport. And obviously Chino Valley is in sights of the new area building. And also as you see Prescott Valley, it's just a big old huge freaking I don't know. We call it cookie cutter homes. And so the cookie cutter homes are getting built and the slow process is something that I like to enjoy. Every once in a while assess the situation and say, okay guys, guess what, too many people are wanting to have gardens rather than lawns rather than desert landscapes, so there goes our water. But anyways, I could go off on tangents like why and how can we go ahead and make it different. But with that being said, you guys are amazing people. I wanted more to know who you guys are rather than getting into the political realm. And more or less is that, having an opportunity to do something great for your area is now. And you guys both are made it to the election time. Last things that you guys want to say before we get off. Eric, I give you an open, microphone to go ahead and say whatever you want to say right now. And then Regina, you can follow up right after, and then we're almost done with this day. Go ahead, Eric.
All right, cool sound thing. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Remember when we were young here, it was a small pace. People would be like, "What the heck's in Prescott?" You guys got a tiny little mall with 3 stores in it. Times have changed. Everybody wants to move up here. It's the hot spot. Chino is the hot spot, and I believe that it's something that I want to see grow properly, and I want to be part of it. And the whole Tri-City, it's my home. So it's my home. I grew up here, and I want to see the best. My kids are going to live here. They're coming back. They're going to stay in Chino. My wife loves it here. We're not going anywhere. we built our home here, and I'm gonna make it the best place I can live for me and my family and all my friends that have grown up here, and we know the area, we know the place, and it's something that we feel that it's probably the best town. The Tri-State area is the best place probably in the whole Arizona. So with that being said, follow me on social media, egranio for CV, egranio100 on Instagram, egranio for CV on Facebook. Thanks for your time, Sam King.
Excellent. Thank you, Eric. Regina.
Well, I love this place. When my husband and I moved here, we ended up, we found this house and decided, nope, we're gonna die here. Chino Valley is just a fantastic, fantastic place. Never wanna leave. My son is currently active duty Marine. He's currently deployed. We have two wonderful stepchildren, and hopefully they're going to be moving in with us soon. So, with that said, our schools and things, we need to work really well in order to protect our schools, protect our police department. When we do grow, we need to understand that with growth, we're going to need to build our police department, build more of our infrastructure, make sure our roads are taken care of, make sure our families are still taken care of in the way that we've always taken care of them here. Beautiful people. And I hear the stories, and I've read the books of the past from Chino, and I can't say any more about this wonderful town. And follow me. I'm on Vote for Gina Regina on Facebook. You can always contact me. I'm always available for everybody.
Excellent. Well, I've grown to know both of you guys. Eric, obviously, we've grown up with each other. Regina, your spirit and your characteristic is your character is very magnetic, and both of you guys are good assets to the community, with or without the being on the council. So I hope that whether you win, lose, or draw, that you guys still be active in your communities and help out to be a voice, because that's what I want to do. I don't even want to get into your guys' position because it's just not a good place for our team. So I want to be here and be an advocate, and I want to help out you guys in any way that I can possibly. So I really appreciate you guys coming on. Eric, I thank you for taking your time out of your beautiful scenery out there. I don't know if you guys know where Eric's at. He's actually at the lake out there, and he made it work. So he can go ahead and help us provide us for this morning's little interview. So once again, guys, I appreciate what you guys all do for the community already. Let alone if you guys get into those office, you guys will be more than fit in my eyes, that you guys will go ahead and make sure that the future of Chino Valley will be in good hands. With that being said, thank you so much. And then I'll go ahead and just end the podcast so we can go ahead and move on. If you guys want to find out more information about these two guys, you can go ahead and come on to the Prescott Time or go find their page on Facebook and Instagram. If you want to know more happening on the news, you can go to theprescotttimes.com and you'll be able to go ahead and find out what's happening in our local area, Prescott Valley, Chino Valley. And thank you for watching on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, and now Anchor Podcast. So mucho gracias, senor and senorita. See, I know how to speak a little Spanish. It's because I don't like that hot. Anyways, guys, thank you so very much for joining us this morning. This is peace, love, and happiness, and let it not be war.